Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Getting a late start this morning because I had a couple of meetings this morning. Yeah, getting a late start this afternoon because I had a couple of meetings this morning. But that stuff's all done. I got the conveyor out of here, so that is done. I'm going to go down to my seed warehouse and let's get that seed treater. Let's bring it down here, do a little washing, cleaning, and get it in the shop so we can get that dry additive feeder on it and go through it and just see what all else needs to be done. So that's my plan here for this afternoon. So I'm gonna head down there. Here's the seed treater. It's been quite a long time since I've used or talked about this really, so just real quick, it's a USC AT500. I've had it for, this will be the third year I've treated beans with it now. I used it for wheat and I'm a little ashamed that I haven't cleaned it up yet, but I haven't cleaned it up yet. So we're gonna go do it now. We need to power wash the bird poop off of it and just make sure we get all the weed out and clean stuff up a little bit. So I'm gonna take it back to the farm and do that. This port right here is where that dry additive feeder is gonna feed into. So we'll have to see somehow or another that mounts up here, and we'll figure all that out once we get it back in the shop there. So anyway, let's go back to the farm with it. I'm going to load it up in the back of my old truck there. Okay, well, that fits nicely in the bed of the pickup there. I just got a phone call from a truck driver that's coming to drop off some stuff. Should be here in 15-20 minutes. So we're just going to pull this out of the way and hang out here. Well, that area is cleaned up better. So now I just, like I said, got to do the treater. This seed tender also needs to come out and get gone through. We'll have Brock do that one of these days. Clean it up, check the tires, change the oil in the motor, all that kind of stuff. So that's on the list, things to do. Looking at house stuff here a little bit because I got time waiting for this truck. Look, Jack's out of quarantine or house arrest or whatever you want to call it. So anyway, we're still thinking the angle's just a little off and maybe it needs to be more. I don't know. We're still figuring. All right, that truck came and left. He just had a little tiny pallet of plot seed on it, a few bags, so no big deal there. All right, well, I got set up here with the power washer. I decided to come back here in the driveway because while there's no treatment in it per se. I mean, it's empty, but I'm gonna get some out of it. There's some drips and some stuff that I'm gonna clean some red off. And I don't want it going directly down the drain, so we're gonna let it filter out down the filter strip along the field and stuff in the driveway here. And we'll just rinse everything off here real good, try and get all the weed out of it, try and get all the bird poop off of it, you know, that kind of stuff. Okay, I got this brought in the shop here. It's fairly clean. I think we're good here. We've got to figure out how to mount this dry additive feeder, and wouldn't you know it, it came with stellar instructions, meaning none, but we don't need those anyway. So there's probably only one way it can go. We're gonna figure it out, see if we can't get it mounted up there, and yeah, let's see what we can do. Well, like I said, no instructions, but we'll figure it out. So I should film better. I didn't, sorry, but we got it up into place, and I need to drill some holes and get some bolts in, but there's this plate on here that basically butts right up against the framing, so you can't do much with that, and it sits on these supports for this auger, and the angle is just right that they all line up, and that thing is relatively level. So we need to drill holes here, and the same on the other side, which this one I can get to, that one not so much, so we're gonna have to mark it and take it down, which is fine. And I just want to make sure we get it kind of lined up exactly where it needs to be. Did have to take the motor off for my agitation under there just to get it in place. I think it'll go back on. I hope it'll go back on. Otherwise, we might have to modify that a little bit. So, I don't know. We'll see. I marked the holes and we took it down. I'm going to drill this one because this is the one that I can't get to with that in place. The other three I can, so we'll drill that one, we'll put it back up there, put a bolt in it, and hold it in place, and then I'll drill the other three just to make sure we get them all right. Okay.
We're up high here. Should be fairly close.
I can get the bolt lined up. There. So,
can we pivot that anywhere?
That's what I was wondering.
Pretty much right there.
That hole slotted, so it does move a little bit.
Yeah.
I think right there. That's lined up with my marks from before. Let's drill it. It is bolted down and tightened, and it's pretty solid. There's a little wiggle in it, but it pivots. There's a couple of screws here, hand nut screws, that the whole thing pivots, and that's to align the auger spout with the port underneath of it. So I've got it about where it needs to go. We've got to get this blue plastic canvas hose piece there kind of around that, and then tighten up our clamps. And then I think that's pretty much it for installing it. We've got little wires. This one runs over to the bottom of our control panel, and that will turn it on and off with the treater. So when it starts putting on treatment, it will start putting on the powder, and will automatically control it. We've got some controls here. These are fuses, but we've got a speed control, and I assume a readout. And then we've got off auto, which means it comes on and off with the treater, and then a hand mode, which makes it turn on all the time. So fairly simple, straightforward, it looks like. That connection has been made. I think it'll be all right. I wish I could get a little smoother, but I don't know if it needs trimmed a little shorter maybe or something. I don't know. Either way, it'll be fine. I plugged the auxiliary cord into the bottom there. They give you plenty of cord. We could trim that one down substantially, but we'll just coil it up there, leave it coiled up, and try and zip tie it up out of the way or something. So now what I'm going to try and do is get this motor mounted back up on my agitator. I think there is room in there for it. It just was in the way to get this thing installed. So we'll see if we can get it set back up in there and attached and everything. What I do know is that the switch for it, is not going to mount right there like it was, and it isn't going to fit over here. But they give you this tab on the bottom of the dry applicator, and I have a feeling that is exactly what that's for, to kind of flip this thing upside down and hang it from that. So we're gonna see what we can do here. Okay, so since I got this all mounted up here, I plugged it in, because why not, right? And we've got some stuff on our display, and I just wanted to see what's going to happen here. Basically, we're going to dump some stuff in there, shiny glittery powder, and there's an auger down in there that should turn, and you can vary the speed of that to control the rate, and then it's got this other thing just to keep everything moving and not bridged up. So I don't know exactly how this speed control here works. I guess we're gonna find out. So I should be able to flip the switch to hand. There you go. What do we got? Auger's turning. There you go. Look at that. What does 11.6 mean? We can turn it up. How high does it go? Oh man. Oh man. Feels like it's flying. Oh yeah. Now we're up to 50. $70. We better stop. I can assure you it will not need to go that fast. What does this do? I don't know. That's all the way down. 11.6. I don't know what this button right here does. My guess is that's pretty close to what we're gonna need though, so. All right, cool, it works. I brought that belt conveyor out here and put it away. Yesterday I told you I would show you what the flighting on this auger looks like when it wasn't being used, and I forgot, so I'll do it now. But you can see that wavy edge? That's not good. That is sharp, and you lose a lot of capacity when your auger flighting
Gap you got.
gets like that. Yeah, yeah. So that's why we decided we needed to replace this, or we're looking to upgrade, and the conveyor just gives us a lot more flexibility and a lot of benefits that an auger doesn't. So the seed treater is not quite done yet. I've got a little bit of stuff to do to it yet. I need to grease it, so I might wait until I take it back down there so that I can run it. I don't, again, have the right plugs down here for this, so yeah, can't run it here unless I change the ends on the cord, and I don't really want to do that. But anyway, I also want to change those black hoses down there. You probably can't see them, but they're the hoses that the squeeze pumps, or the peristaltic pumps, squeeze to push the fluid through and meter it all out and stuff. I put new hoses on there every year, so I have new ones down in my seed warehouse. I'm going to do that, and then I've got that calibration tube that I want to figure out yet. So I'm going to work on that stuff maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow we're supposed to get our anhydrous bar. Supposed to haul it tomorrow. I don't know what time yet, but so I'm probably going to go down there, and when they're picking it up, do that. They've got some seed. I'm taking some seed down there, bringing the bar back. Well, all kinds of stuff going on. So tomorrow should be an exciting day, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I brought my truck back down here in my seed warehouse. So we are going to get this anhydrous bar tomorrow. I just got confirmation from the truck driver. He's planning on being there about 10:30 or 11 tomorrow, so I'm going to plan on going down then too. Like I said, these guys did buy a little bit of seed from me, so we've got to get that sorted out here and make sure we got it ready to go. So I need to sort through this row and make sure we got the right bags. Half of it is on that pallet, so I just got to find the rest of it, and it's in here somewhere. Why is it that what you need is always, always, always on the bottom of the pallet? Look how many different things are on this pallet. Lots of different numbers. The one I need, it's on the bottom. Oh, crap. That means we get to restack it. So I'll go grab a pallet. We do need those 11 bags right there, though, so that makes that a little bit easier. There. I had to restack all that. Man, I'm out of seed bag throwing shape. We'll get back in it here in another week or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever it is. But anyway, that pallet on the forklift has got to go with us tomorrow. So when I go tomorrow, do I put that pallet in the back of my nice new truck, or do I take the old one that's meant for hauling seed? I don't know. That one I'm sure will fit, and I can haul it as long as it fits in the bed. I'm gonna measure. Problem is, I think I'm gonna end up with a pallet of weights to bring home. I don't know if I want to carry that in this truck. I mean, I'm sure it'll do it, but what if I scratch something? Yeah, the pallet will fit easy. The pallets are 42 wide, maybe a little more with the bags hanging out. I've got 50 inside to inside. this point here to the one on that side. So it'll fit in there. I just, like I said, I got all them heavy weights I'm gonna bring back, so I don't know. We'll see. Here's that calibration tube I was telling you about. It just looks like a replacement tube part. Like, it doesn't look like this is an actual kit. There's no fittings, there's no mounting, there's no graduations on it, lines, nothing. Like, this does me absolutely no good. So I need to make a phone call on that and see what the heck's going on. Okay, I've had enough for today. I am going home. You guys, you're being a little harsh on my welding from yesterday in your comments today. Like, I know I'm not a professional. I've never claimed to know what I'm doing or be that good at it. But the welding I did on that field cultivator yesterday was fixing some very minor cracks on a 25-year-old, wore out, very low use piece of tillage equipment that ain't gonna matter. So I'm not that concerned about it. It's not worth hiring a professional. It's certainly, you know, I could have ground out the welds and maybe done a little bit better job, and if they crack again, I probably will. But the thing's gonna see at the absolute very most 500 acres this year, and I'd be shocked if it's that high. Probably more like 300. So nah, it's not worth getting all bent out of shape about. So sorry. Anyway, tomorrow's gonna be a good one. We're gonna get that anhydrous bar up here, which you guys really haven't even seen yet. I showed a picture of it when we bought it, but so that will be good. It's gonna be a challenge getting it on the trailer and off the trailer. Should be quite entertaining. I'm sure you guys will enjoy this. So yeah, look forward to that. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Questions, comments, leave them down below. And as always, hit that like and subscribe button for me if you haven't already, please. Thanks. See you guys.